Well, let's switch our attention and quickly head over to Vancouver, Canada, where we have Olumiwa Igbalajobi joining us. Um, he is committed to engaging a larger community via seminars, workshops, and webinars to ensure that they get, global opportunities. Olumiwa, it's a pleasure to have you on the program today.
Hi, good morning from Vancouver. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. So I rarely get that question, but I mean, thanks again for asking. So let's quickly, dive into all of this. I mean, a lot of opportunities out there for young people, globally, but I mean, for some reason, CV reviews, the ability to apply to all of these things seems to be a clog in the wheel of their success. I mean, how would you advise that people go about, such things?
Okay, from my perspective about scholarships, like, what is applicable outside is quite different from the Nigerian perspective, where you have to list a lot of things about your nationality, your gender, your local government of origin, and all things like that. So I always advise people, if you're looking for global opportunities, it's important to know what is applicable in the system you are actually applying to. So I've made several threads on Twitter. I started Scholarship Cafe last year because I felt this gap when people apply for scholarships. Like they tend to get the press because of rejection and because there are particular things that the scholarship body are looking for. So in terms of CV review, in terms of like statement of purpose, there are so many resources out there which I'm also part of people that put out information for free out there to assist young scientists and people that are just coming up. And because I understand, being African, being Nigerian, I'm from a family, you can say Nigeria, education is a luxury in most developing countries, especially Nigeria.
All right. So one of the things that we also, hear out there is that, the employability of the Nigerian graduate. What's your own perspective on that?
Well, I think it's about the system. From my own story, I left Nigeria 8 years ago. I was a master's student when I had the South Korean government and Chinese government scholarship, and I went to Korea. The system is quite different. There is this huge gap when it comes to the curriculum. The curriculum we have back in Nigeria is completely obsolete, and I think it's important to engage the policymakers and those are the aims of academia. Like, okay, we need to do things that are right. For instance, I mean, in my own way, to give back to the system, I applied to my alma mater university, Ikeda State University, to become a visiting lecturer, and I exclusively stated that I want this to be unpaid and a voluntary role. So I feel we need a lot to do in terms of the curriculum so that it's applicable to what is obtained outside the shore of Nigeria. Like, just a few days ago, I participated in a program like Fourth Industrial Revolution. Unfortunately, our system is still not at the 21st century when it comes to technology. So I think we need to do a lot in terms of a curriculum, in terms of a skill acquisition, and the stakeholders, the government, not only the government, the industry also have to be in place so that we understand that what we are producing in terms of our curriculum is applicable to the international community.
All right, so it's a good thing you made mention of technology because as it is now, with what we're seeing, the future of work and all of that, AI, machine learning, a lot of data analysis and a lot of job titles like this are coming up on a daily. They spring up actually on a daily. And the thing is, like you said, the curriculum doesn't accommodate any of this. So what would you be advising people who are seeing these kind of titles and they are interested, in, practicing? But I mean, the curriculum, what do you expect? What would you advise that they do at the moment before the curriculum is changed?
Oh, well, I mean, for instance, YouTube, it's like a university on its own, and you can learn a lot on YouTube in terms of like, I mean, I, as a scientist, I also go online to learn a lot of tools and techniques, and there are also a lot of startup out there, AcBio, a lot of organizations that are getting to set up free events so that you can learn all these tools online. In my recent obligation as a lecturer at the University of British Columbia, we had, because of COVID, we had online laboratory practical classes where you can, assess all those things. I think the notion that you have to be in the university to acquire skills must be corrected. In Germany, where I had my PhD, the focus more on technical skills. You may want to go to technical college. You don't have to go to the uni. So I feel we need to invest a lot in ourselves. I usually tell people, especially people that are looking for scholarship, like, you have to invest in yourself. You need to be intentional. Yeah, you want to blame the government that the government is not doing enough, but again, you have to own it your story. Like, okay, you want to go online, check up those resources on YouTube and all the websites that offers free tools for you to learn. I'm an influencer into quite a lot of startups in Nigeria, which also offers this thing, and you can do it just at the comfort of your home.
All right. So, like you said, you would prefer to see that, or prefer to see a situation where certificates and qualifications and all of that are put aside. But like you said, again, the system is kind of different, from where you are or where you, I mean, you might have been opportune, to study, like Germany and all of the places you made mention of. With Nigeria, where, of course, if you are applying for a job, of course, they want to see your BSc, your BA, your HND, your OND, or any of those qualifications. What do you think can be done to change the minds of those who employ people on a daily to see that, skill perhaps precedes qualifications?
Yeah, I think we should address the basic problem. Apart from the societal problem, let's think about EDI, which is the bulk of selection in North America. In Nigeria, you still have to put your number of children, the local government of origin, the state of origin, the religion, your gender in your CV, which a lot of recruiters actually look out for. Like if you're applying to public service, so we need to think about people in the regards of what they can offer instead of like you want to, I mean, it has to be based on merit. So you want to think about the hands-on experience. I understand the certificates, it's very important to assess opportunities. But again, looking at the context of what we have, the availability of things in Nigeria, education is expensive. What about people that have the skills that are, have to learn on their own? So I feel the government and the stakeholders should engage each other to talk about removing those gaps, because the unemployment rate in Nigeria is a lot.
All right, I have to say thank you for joining us on the program today. Scholarship Cafe founder Olumuyiwa Igbala Jobi, thanks for joining us on the program and sharing your thoughts on this.
Thank you.
Of course, you're welcome. Well, that's where we are, and that's the program this week. Thank you for watching. I'm Victor Matthias.